welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my April wrap-up. I have one more book, but it was digital, so I'll just add it on the screen. But this is basically what I read this month. I want to start with volume 6 because that's the first thing I read this month. For this manga, it was mostly because this is the 6th volume, the series I'm reading, and basically about this manga, this volume, recognizing how Kyo and our main character like one another. They're both realizing, oh, I have feelings for him. Oh, I have feelings for her. But neither of them are making any moves, making any progress of confessing their love for each other or confessing their feelings. I think it's even messier because there's two other characters, side characters, who are, one of them is a girl who is interested in our love interest, and then there's another boy who is interested in our main character. And that caused a little bit drama because our main character is getting a little bit jealous. She's getting a little bit paranoid. And then our love interest, Kyo, our main character, with this other boy, he gets a little bit jealous. You can see on his face expressions. He gets a little annoyed about it. And while these two people are pursuing our love interest and also our main character, our love interest and our main character drifting away. Not just possibility of romance, but also friendship. Because the girl who is going after Kyo, she is dealing with her father's death, and Kyo understands losing a parent because he lost his mother very early on when he was a young teen. And he's just trying to be there for her as a friend, but her intentions are not really like that. Even though she told him he does not have feelings for him anymore, but we find out she still does. She just said that so to keep him around. I'm hoping one day that he will fall for her when he's not. He's falling for our main character. And we also see that Kyo doesn't really hang out with the friend group anymore. Like, anytime she calls, he drops everything and goes to her. And I kind of felt like he didn't. I think, yes, you should be there for people who are in need, but if it's just using him, not really using his kindness too much. Like, I feel like he needs to learn how to be selfish and knowing what he wants, but he's not doing that, And so there's a little bit of drift to the friend group and also to the love interest. To our main character. To end it off here, I am mad at Kyo by the end of the manga because he doesn't go after what he wants. He wants to be with her, to our main character. He wants to be with our main character and not with the other girl. And even though he sees the other girl just as a friend, nothing more, he is still not making it clear to the other girl. Two things that happened in the story that made me the first one did not make me mad. It was an accident. It happened. And then our second book, the second time it happened, he did it on purpose because he likes her. And then when, a couple moments later, this is when, something happens. I forgot what I remember why they stopped talking about this, and then they went to do something else. I forgot what it was, but I remember Kyo was outside with someone else, with the friend group. Yeah, they were outside with the friend group, and Kyo gets a call from the other girl. And what he does, drops the whole friend group and goes running after her, for her, to comfort her and whatever. And that kind of pissed me off. That she did not like. The thing in her head that she thinks that they're together, when they're not. When they go back to find Kyo, and the other girl was gone, and Kyo was just there, and she went up there and asked him why this way, that's why the special moment I don't know how to phrase this because I don't want to tell you, but at the same time, I don't know how to put it with not spoiling what happened. You know what I mean? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna say the special situation, like this I don't know how to explain it. Action that he did to her, and she was wondering why he did it. That's what she was asking him why he did it, and he just says, this pissed me the fuck off. He says, because it felt right in the mood. Oh my god, that made me angry. Instead of confessing your feelings why you did it, because, oh no, maybe you like the girl, maybe you have a crush on this girl, and then you just say, it felt good at the moment. Like, bitch, what? What? Yeah, that fucking pissed me off. That fucking pissed me off, for real, for real. But yeah, at that time, Kyo was not in my good grace. I was hating that man. I was like, fuck this bitch, you know? So, that was the end of volume 6. Then I read volume 7 because I had to. I needed to know what's going on. I couldn't leave it there. Like, my anger and like disappointment to him, I just couldn't leave it there. So I did end up reading volume 7. I love the cover though. Like, these new covers. Volume 7, we see Kyo slowly but not really learning his consequence of not telling how he really truly feels about her, and I'm glad. He needed a teaching, a lesson into his brain. I feel like he's like regretting not telling her, I can see, but not like truly saying, like not doing nothing about it, like not changing, like not like talking to her, because like after that situation at the, I think it was, I don't know, it was a park or train station. I think it was like the outer side of the train station when they had that conversation, and she like ran home crying, and they just stopped speaking to each other, like ignoring each other, just like acting everything's fine when actually nothing is fine. And then our main character, this is a main character, she's like, you know, I need to move on. Him and the other girl are just, she thinks they're dating. So she's thinking like they're happy together and you just need to move on, yada yada yada. And she makes an effort to talk to Kyo to like, hey, we're great friends, yada yada yada, like normal friend self. But Kyo ignores her, and she doesn't know why. So for like, I think for a day or two, maybe a day, I don't know, I can't remember. This is what I read in the beginning of April, and I just can't remember what I read. I can't remember what exactly happened, but I remember he was ignoring her, and then Kyo's brother, older brother, who was a teacher at the school, talked to our main character, gave her the key of Kyo's apartment, and to deliver him some ice cream and some other food, I believe. Kyo at the time was sick. We soon to find out when we're at the place, and we find him like he is sick, and the reason why he was knowing he didn't want to get her sick. And I thought, oh my god, that's so cute. They start talking as normal friends, and drama happens. So the brother we were talking about that gave her the key to Kyo's apartment, because Kyo lives with his dad, I believe, or alone. Can't remember. But no, I think he lives alone. Our main character and then the older brother, we get in trouble with them because the principal calls our character in, and also the older brother, into the principal office to talk about if they're together or not, romantically, because somebody saw him giving her the key and they thought it was to his apartment, and it was not. And so they have to try to explain it, but the principal is not believing them. Kyo is hearing rumors around the school, so Kyo panics. He goes up there and tells them what really happens because he was the sick person and why she went over to Kyo's apartment and get delivered food, you know. After Kyo explains what happened, the principal believes them, and the teachers get left on a warning. They just get a little scolded about how be safer. I just remembered, she was like thinking of him and with that other girl, and she just felt like, I'm just a loser. Like, I still have feelings for him, but I can't be with him. Yada yada yada. And she started being quiet, isolated, like isolating herself. And then he stops her and asks her, "Why are you ignoring me? I thought we stopped ignoring each other." And then that happened, and then everything was cool between them. They talked it out. They just not really talked about what's into it, but she said nothing's wrong. Yada yada yada. Our main character is going to tell him how she really feels because she needs to get off her chest to get rejected. That's a cliffhanger. She's going to go tell him how she really feels so she can move on. Then I read Yana of the Dawn, Volume 11. It started with Yana, Hawk, and Suwon as children growing up together, and their background as friends. You know the series, what happened between those three friendships. You know. I'm not gonna spoil it to anybody who wants to read this. So, if you know, you know. If you don't know, sorry, you're gonna be left out a little bit. So yeah, it was just showing childhood, how they were in childhood, and like memories of them. And then they went back to present times where they're living in the woods for right now to figure out where they're gonna head to. But Yana is like still dealing with the pain of a betrayal of her friend that she knew was kind, sweet, considerate. That burning sounds like that burning love for that person because again, she had feelings for him and he betrayed her. So it's kind of like I love him but I hate him at the same time. And then for Hawk it's the just like friendship betrayal because they were best friends and he is dealing with not just trying to survive and worrying to keep the princess alive. Elena is a princess, so forgot that add that. But she's a princess, keeping her alive, and also dealing with the betrayal of his best friend, and that he grew up with his whole childhood. Maybe one day he has to kill him. One day, if it goes after Yana, he would have to kill him. Just dealing with that betrayal and that burn he's dealing with that while having feelings for Yana. And then the story continues. Two of them, of their whole gang, because they have all the dragons with them. They have, and a guy named Yoon, who is basically the healer and also knows how to cook and knows how to make weapons like bombs and stuff like that. Their whole gang is figuring out where to go next. When they know where to go next, they start heading that way, and they end up going to a small town, and there's a festival there. They just enjoy the festival. So they just enjoy the festival, and it was like whatever. But yeah, they go to that town. They enjoy the festival. That's how the manga ends. So yeah, and my rating will be on the screen. Next, we have Snow White with the Red Hair, Volume 4. It starts out with the continuing of the last manga, the last volume, Volume 3, because there was something happening, a lot of things happening, and it continues with this, so they shared a special moment in the beginning, and then I will say after that, and when they head back to the castle, Shiryuki, our main character, she's acting weird towards the Prince Zen because they shared a romantic moment together, and she doesn't know how she feels about it. She's just confused, and you get to see she's like being so awkward about it whenever they're talking. And so, and then Zen leaves because he has a little mission went outside of the kingdom, so he has to go somewhere, and he will be back soon. But yeah, and then Shiruki's like thinking about that moment they had, that shared moment they had together, and just thinking, what does it mean? Like, she's so confused because they haven't talked about it, like, at all. Then does come back. She goes running in the woods when Zen wants to see her and talk to her. Shiryuki just runs to the woods. And I was like, oh. I was like, oh my god, girl. Same, but I wouldn't do that. Like, internally, I felt like that, but I wouldn't be doing that. But yeah, this girl run for the hills. She literally ran to the hills. Okay, I can't stop laughing. It sounds so funny. Okay, she literally runs for the hills, and Zen goes after her, running in the hills with her, like running in the woods. And okay, they're in the woods. He's trying to chase her down to stop her, and she just wants to like get away from him because she doesn't know how to act, how to behave. And as soon as she stops running, they start talking, and then Zen takes her to a special place where he would hang out when in his very young teens, he would hang out at. He takes her there, and they start talking about their feelings for one another. And Zen asks her to take his hand, be by her side, be by his side, and stuff like that. So basically, just asking her to be his girlfriend. And she says yes, and now they're together officially. We get a chapter of like when his first friend he had, and how that friend betrayed him, the prince, to trick him. And when the day came to kill him, he didn't expect to enjoy his time and actually like the prince. Zen feel like this was still my friend, even if he in the beginning wasn't wanting to be my friend. He became my friend, and but he the friend ended up dying, mourn his death. And I think the years on, when he met Shiryuki, he learned how to trust people again. That's how it ended. The manga ended. So the rating will be on the screen again because I can't remember. My last book 5. This is a Good Girl Guide to Murder, and it was pretty good. I really, really did enjoy it. I was having trouble time to reading it just because the writing. Because I would say my level of reading is not at this tense. I will say not at this much. I would say I was able to read most of it, but there was here and there bumps in the road where it's like, And so yeah, my reading is barely capable up here. So, but I would say it was a good read. I really, really enjoyed it. I was always on my toes about it. Always, always, always. So it was a good read. Turns out is this girl named Pip. She is the 17-year-old girl who is doing her stone cap project for school, and she decided to do a murder case about Abby's killer, because she believes Abby's killer did not kill her. Killer who was Abby's boyfriend, he went to Sal's childhood home where his parents and his other younger brother lives. To the younger brother, and try to tell him that she is investigating this. She's doing this for her school project, and that she would like to talk to him about Sal. I do not know how to pronounce his name, so I'm gonna go with Ravi. Hopefully I'm saying correctly. Ravi. Um, uh, I do not know. But the younger brother, whose name is Ravi, and so that he could ask him questions, and he says like, not right now, maybe tomorrow. And then she comes back tomorrow, and he thought she was just making fun of him, not being serious, but she was serious. And sooner or later, he wants to join in this case with her, because he did try to do it on himself a couple years ago, but he failed. I really like this. I really enjoyed the thriller. Like, I think I really like thrillers. I do want to read, what's it called? Let me see. I think there's like a promo in here. Let me see. Ah, here it is. 5 Survivors. That's the one I want to read next. 5 Survivors. So, yeah. My rating will be on the screen because I forgot. But yeah, those were my 5 books that I read this month. I did put down 6 books. If you could remember, if you saw my April TBR video, you will saw I put 6 books, but I failed. I didn't read 6 books. I ended up reading 5 books, and I only missed 1 book, and that was Restored Me. And oh my god, I can't wait to read Watch Me. Watch Me just came out like a couple weeks ago. The cover, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. But yeah, I'm on Restored Me, and I have 2 other books that I need to read after this, and then I can read Watch Me. I'm definitely gonna get that book one day. Trying my best not to see spoilers, but I already saw some spoilers. Because people do not know how to say spoiler alert and then say whatever. Like, these bitches do not know how to do that. But yeah, I've been trying my best to stay away from spoilers, but it's really hard. But yeah, I just need to read this. I read 6 chapters of this, and then I put it down because I would say after my last video, no, because my last video was trying to get out a book slump, and I failed. I did not get out a book slump. I'm still in the book slump. I will come back in when I come back to it, but yeah, I did not finish this. I almost did. Like, I almost was able to read all the books I was wanting to read, but I didn't. So I do not know if I want to put this in my May TBR. That'll be my next video that I'll put out. But yeah, I didn't finish this, and this cover is very beautiful. I have read 5 books out of 6, and I will say that is really good. I'm proud of myself because I normally read 1 or 2 books a month, and I read 4 mangas and 1 novel, so that was really good for me. This is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. It will help me a lot growing this channel. See you next time. Bye!